greatness.
Welcome back to Ownership and Greatness. I'm your host, Joe Chege, and I'm glad to have you here. It's another week, another blessing. So, on today's episode, I wanted to highlight a great docuseries that I watched over the weekend. It's called Not So Pretty, and it's on HBO Max, narrated by the one and only Keke Palmer. It's an amazing documentary that actually highlights the cosmetic industry and all the products that we use on a day-to-day basis that are actually affecting the livelihoods of a lot of people. So it's a 4-episode docuseries, and it's really amazing because it breaks down the different industry, from the makeup industry, the nail industry, skincare, and then they finalize with hair products. So just watching it was an eye-opener, because as a dad and also as a husband, a lot of the products that they were talking about that are really affecting the livelihoods of people all around the world are some of the products that we use in our day-to-day lives, like some of the products I have in my shelf. And I was like, wow, and I was so shocked by the amount of information that was being dropped, and how we usually are so pumped up to go out there and shop and buy all these products or use these services without even asking ourselves at the end of the day, how does this affect nature? How does this affect my health? How does this affect the next person? Like, we have to be conscious of the product that we're using, because we live in an age where people only care about the profit margin. They don't even care about the repercussion of some of the ingredients or some of the or some of the formulas that they use to formulate, I would say, their products. So just watching the docuseries, someone put me on it, and I'm glad I actually took my time to watch it. I was skeptic at first, but then once I took my time to understand the story behind it and see how, especially when you look at the makeup industry, some of the ingredients that are being used are actually affecting a lot of women, some even being diagnosed with cancer, and it's sad because it's something that can be prevented if we all have the relevant information, if we all know what to look out for, if we all know what we shouldn't be using on our skin, on our body, then it can actually help us a lot. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this episode to just help shine a light on this docuseries, or help shine a light on some of the issues that are relevant, because we want to live a healthy lifestyle. We want to make sure our kids are protected. We want to make sure that any product we use is only meant to help us and not harm us. So I would urge every single one of us, if you have the opportunity, if you have HBO Max, or even have the time, make some time to watch that documentary. It's 4 episodes, and on the first episode they break down the makeup industry, and they break it down in depth about the research that people have done, how people took samples from different, I would say, makeup kits, and realized that there are some elements or some chemicals that are being used in the ingredients that are actually causing cancer. When you think about it, majority of the makeup that people use is used on their faces, some use them on the lips, and you ingest some of the chemicals without knowing, or you actually inhale some of the makeup when you're applying on your face. And because people want to look good, people want to enhance their beauty, but at the end of it all, you have to ask yourself, at what cost? So it's good to know which product to use. So and the good thing about this documentary, they actually give you like tips on what to look out for, what not to use, and also you can do your own research and analyze what's best for you, what's best for your skin, and what's not really good for you. So just watching it opened up my eye, because I was like, wow, this is a major industry. And when I look at it from an entrepreneur perspective, I'm like, okay, now this is a market where if someone really can figure out the right product to use, natural products, or I would say regulated products that are not going to affect the people's health, then you're surely going to be able to make bread if that's your goal. So if we have entrepreneurs who are really willing to create an impact in society, who really care about the health of their customers, if they tap into the industry, because I know there are some who are actually doing it, who are fighting to have products that are not affecting people, products that are in tune with the different skin pigments and different, I would say, people from all around the world, then they're definitely gonna be able to get loyal customers. So seeing this was an eye-opener, because we all know we want to make bread. People out here trying to build all these brands, people out here trying to establish their businesses. It opened my eye as an entrepreneur, because I was like, okay, if I ever want to venture into this industry, I would really want to know what's good and what's bad, so that I don't make the same mistake that these big companies are making. And then they highlighted the nail industry. We all know there's a nail shop in every single corner around the neighborhood, but at the end of it all, just them talking about how the fumes in those nail shops are actually affecting the workers in the nail shop, and also some customers knowingly or not knowing. So they talked about how the fumes are actually causing cancer to some of the workers, how they're having all these different, like I would say, issues with their health because of long-term use. So that gave me an idea of what's really happening. And then they went through and talked about skincare and how some of the product we use for taking our shower is actually affecting sperm count in male. So when you think about it, we don't even think about it. You in the bathroom using this soap just because it smells nice. You don't even know what type of, I would say, chemicals or ingredients were used to produce the smell. So just looking at all these elements, I won't lie to you, once I was done with the documentary, I went and checked. I went and checked on some of my, I would say, lotions, some of the soaps that I use to take a shower, and I had to throw some things away. Like I had to throw some things away because like, oh no, if this is here, now I need to make sure my health is intact. Like your health is your biggest asset. Like your health is your wealth. So as long as you're healthy, you'll be able to live longer and do so much. And at the end of it all, I believe my health comes number one. I'm not going to put a brand before my health so that I can promote someone and help them make bread. While in the long run, I'm going to have issues with my body. So they talked about products that have been banned in other nations, or ingredients that have been banned in other nations. But guess what? When a country bans a product, then they take the product and sells it in third world countries, in Africa, in Asia. Like they take it to different regions where there are no regulation or people are not aware of the product that are in those, I would say, makeup, skincare, and all these other products. And also they talked about the hair industry, like products that people use to wash their hair, to take good care of their hair and all that stuff, and the elements and the chemicals that were affecting women of color, and they were losing hair, they're having issues with like hairlines and all these other products. So it's a fascinating docuseries that actually breaks down the whole industry. It's an expose, and they're talking about the do's and and they're talking about what needs to be done, what regulations need to be implemented so that they can protect the consumers, and also what we should do. So the beauty about it, it's not only exposing the industry, but it's also offering solutions, which at the end of the day, I feel like it is good, because we need to figure out how to protect ourselves from, I would say, such products that are going to affect our health. So it's an interesting expose. It's an interesting docuseries. If you have the opportunity, go check out the Not So Pretty docuseries. It's on HBO Max. I'm gonna put a link on the bio so that you can go do your own research, tap into that show. But at the end of it all, it actually helped me think a lot about the skincare, and also about health issues in our neighborhoods, and also about all these big industries that are actually reaping billions from people, and they don't even care about the livelihoods of their consumers or their customers. We have to open our eyes. We have to promote or patronize companies that care about us. At the end of the day, it's not about just making bread or buying all this product because we have celebrities highlighting or promoting or being brand ambassadors. We have to always do our due diligence. When you're using a product, take your time to research. I know people are now health conscious when it comes to the food that they eat. We have people who don't eat certain food. We have vegetarians. We have people who are trying to eat healthy. So if I'm focusing on also making sure I'm eating healthy, then I also have to make sure any product that I use, anything that I use on my body, anything that I ingest, anything that I apply on my skin is also good for my body, because I believe you can actually be eating a clean diet, but if you put product on your skin, which we all know our skin is one of the biggest organs of our body, if you put stuff on or apply products on your skin that is poisonous to you, then at the end of it all, it's not going to prevent you from becoming sick, even though you eat healthy. So we have to make sure we are doing a complete overhaul of our healthy lifestyle, and in return, it's going to enable us to live a healthy life, which as we all know, a healthy life is a wealthy life. So I thought it was necessary to just highlight and shine a light upon that docuseries. There are a ton of docuseries out there, but just being able to see this and how they were able to do a great job with breaking down and doing their research and just highlighting the different angles, the different products that we use on a day-to-day in our households that are really important and necessary for us to be able to have an idea of what's really going on. It was necessary. So I would advocate for every single person, if you have the opportunity and the chance, go watch that series. It's gonna help you understand more. And I know at the end of it all, you go and check on some of the products that you have and hopefully make the right decision on what you really want to use in your household, what you really want to use on your skin, on your face, and even on your hair. And I trust and believe you'll be able to make the right choice. All right. So check out that docuseries and hopefully you'll be inspired. Hopefully it will help you ask yourself questions that are going to able to transform your lifestyle, and your health is going to get better. All right. So I just want to thank you once again for tapping into Ownership and Greatness. If this is your first time and you've enjoyed the content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to also leave us a review on all the podcast platforms. And until next time, peace and blessings.